YouTube, what is up, man? Hope everybody's doing well. If you're checking the video out, I appreciate it. And we finally, it looks like we're breaking through in our weather. Here in Indiana, the weather in March was just all over the place. Yesterday was the first day of April, and today, man, it looks like we're gonna get up in the maybe high 50s, low 60s, and the forecast looks like it's starting to get consistently to be that, which usually in April, that's usually when we'll get that breakthrough into spring where I live. So good news for fishing is what that is. So yeah, man, we're heading out to the pond, switching things up a little bit today. If you notice in most of my videos, I go to the same pond. It's just out of convenience. It's close to my house. There's good fish in there. And a lot of times in the evening, if I'm bank fishing, I don't have a huge window. But today got a little bit bigger of a window, so I'm gonna stretch it out a little bit. We're going to a different pond. So last year in the fall, I went here. I took my dog to get a haircut, and this little pond kind of sits off the side of the road, and I stopped there while I was waiting for Kinzer to get her hair stuff done. And to my surprise, I ran into it. I didn't have my camera. It was kind of a spur of the moment thing. I caught a couple really good fish like within 10 minutes. And you know, a new pond, new lake, you just never know how it's gonna go. You never know how good the fishing is, but you never know unless you go. And so, you know, I haven't been back there since. And so this is kind of exciting, man. So that was last fall. So just from that one experience though, I absolutely am having some high expectations, because the weather, you know, it's gonna be, you know, this time of year where it's still chilly. I think you want to go in the middle of the day when the sun's out and it's hot, and those fish might want to come up and sun a little bit in that warmer water. You know, and they're getting in their pre-spawn moods. So yeah, man, gonna be mixing it up today, and we'll see what happens. All right, man, so like I mentioned, I came here last year in the fall, and I was only out here for like 30-45 minutes, man, and I slammed the fish. And so I did that with a chatterbait. I remember a jackhammer chatterbait, but today, springtime, gonna go with a little bit bigger of a swim bait. This time of year especially, man, I'm usually gonna start big and aggressive, so fast moving baits. And I think this is one of the best times in the year to catch them on the big swim baits too. So that's how we're gonna start off. All right, man, and it seems like the conditions, the water, everything seems like it's gonna be pretty good for a jerkbait. So we're gonna bust out the old Vision 110 here by Megabass. Let's see what we can do. There we go. First fish of the day on the Vision 110. Nice, pretty decent too. Get up here. Nice. Hey, how about a Megabass bass? That's what I'm talking about right there. Get the day started, worthy of a picture. All right, man, I think that's only the second or third fish that I've caught on the Vision 110. And some of you guys might know this is not a cheap jerkbait, so I don't know, anytime you catch a fish on that, it's just extra sweet. And what was cool about that is, I want to say that was the first or second cast that I started mixing up my retrieve to catch that fish. So obviously we're going to repeat that and see if we can't get on a pattern. Oh, how about that? 2 in a row doing that same retrieve. Oh, this guy's taking some drag. I'll show you guys the retrieve I was doing when I get this guy in. This one feels a little bit heavier too. But man, that's cool. I mean, dude, I probably made like 10. All right, man, my camera died mid-fight, but the very next cast and the fish is getting bigger. I'm gonna get a new battery in here and show you guys the retrieve I'm doing. Look at that fish, beautiful. All right, man, I got a fresh battery in, 100%. Here we go, the Vision 110, 2 casts in a row, and again, doing that same retrieve. I mean, you guys saw what I was doing on the camera, but we're gonna go ahead and talk about it real quick. So, reeling it down just a little bit, because I don't think it's super deep out there, and then steady pops. This is what I was doing, which before I was going jerk, jerk, and I was pausing it. Here, I'm just doing some steady poppage. Not a lot of pause time, and that's what was working. So cool though. Yeah, definitely after that it's gonna be hard to set this down. Not looking like it's gonna be 3 in a row, but that's all right. I mean, if you got that fish piece of art sticking up in the middle of this pond, then you know it's got to have some fish in here, right? Alrighty, things have slowed down, so fishing is funny. 2 fish in a row. Got pretty stoked thinking that we might be on something, and haven't got a bite since. So pulled out the Finesse swim bait, the 3.3 Kitech. Tried a finesse jig. Probably gonna try a wacky rig here too if this doesn't work, but we are slowing down, going finesse. So I mentioned on my other spinning rod, which I was throwing the jerkbait on, I got 10-pound Yo-Zuri hybrid. I got 6-pound Yo-Zuri hybrid on this bad boy, which I absolutely love. So this is my 7-foot medium light. So this is going to be for your really small finesse wire, Ned rig, drop shot, little finesse swim bait, even your panfish is what I'm going to be throwing this guy for. And I really like it. And to my surprise, you can actually handle some pretty decent sized fish. I caught a catfish one time fishing with this rod, and you know, it was probably like, I don't know, 5 pounds, 6 pounds. I mean, it was, you know, catfish are mean, those things will fight. And so this thing handled it pretty well. Oh, there's a bite, there's a bite. Got it? Yes, sir. It was a tap, tap. And now I can see why. It took him a minute to get that thing in his mouth. But hey, this is what you do sometimes whenever you things slow down, you just want to get bit. Go finesse, that 3.3 Kitech, and usually that's what's going to happen. But now we are back in action, and you never know, man. You can absolutely run into bigger fish with smaller baits too. All right, guys, I am making, I'm going to call it a confidence run. So I pretty much stayed in one little area this whole time for a couple hours, pretty close to the car because I had all my gear with me. And so I've ran back and forth to the car and changed baits probably too many times. But now I am going to cover some ground, and I just have 3 setups. And I have all lures tied on that I pretty much just have the most confidence in right now for the conditions of today and just how it's went so far. So I've got a wacky rigged Senko, and of course we got the jerk bait, and I have a Minimax Chatterbait, and I have a finesse jig in my pocket. So I think between those handful of lures, hopefully I can catch one more fish. So anytime I have a decent amount of time to fish, I think the goal is always to catch 5, to catch a bag. So right now we are sitting at 4, and the cherry on top would be to catch nice fat fish for number 5. All right, man, I'm in a brand new spot over here. So confidence feels like it's kind of up again. see what happens. Man, not the best spot to throw a jerkbait. All this stuff in the way doesn't give you a lot of room to work the lure really well. So I'm kind of just making the most of it here. Oh, there's one. Oh, I need to set my drag better. Get in here. Come on, number 5. Let's go. Come on, baby. Hey. Well, small, but that is number 5. And again, on the Megabass jerkbait, Vision 110, shad color. And this time, I'm catching it on the bait caster. So the first 2, we caught it on a spinning rod. And this one was on the bait caster, so attacking it from both angles today. But man, he smoked that thing on the slack when it was sitting still. But yeah, maybe probably should have moved a lot sooner to change spots, but oh well. We got 5, man, and we got a little bit of time left. So now we're just, now it's bonus fish. So I feel like it's gonna happen over here. All right, pretty grassy over there too. So a little challenging with the jerkbait. So I'm gonna tie on the chatterbait here, the Minimax. See if this thing can go to work for me. I like the fact that this is a corner. So I've talked about it before. I've made a bank fishing video, a bank fishing tip video. And if you're pond fishing, if you're bank fishing, man, the corners are always good places in my opinion. I've always had a lot of success. It's a good place for bass to pin, for bait fish. And so, final stop here, see if we can't get one more bonus fish before we get out of here. There we go. Number 6. Little fatty, look at that. All right. I felt like I was getting hit like the whole way back. Let me see if I can go back to back real quick. Yep. Seven. About the same. So yeah, I saw a bunch of fish blowing up over here on something, and that cast, I just felt like I was getting hit like multiple times. So I just feel like they're schooled up over here. All right, let me go about a little deeper. That's where I really wanted to be on that last cast. Let's see if it could have been 3 in a row. Yep. If I would have cast right back in that same spot, could have had 3 in a row. Oh, we're just skiing this dude back. All right, we are on him over here. Supposed to be leaving, but come on, man, these fish are not making it easy on me. I think that's 8 and counting. Let's see, 4 in a row. Or it could have been 4 in a row. Yep. Oh man, this is awesome. So this is 4 out of 5 cast. over here in this corner. Again, talking about that corner, man, I think that's what's going on. I think that I saw a bunch of little bitty bait fish getting chased. They were going crazy, and I think that these fish over here just, they got these fish pinned, and these bait fish pinned in this corner. Oh, there's another one. Guys, the camera's just rolling. I think that's like, I don't even know, I'm starting to, a little bit longer, a little bit skinnier. Oh man, I think that's like, I don't know, 5 or 6. Oh, there's another one. Man, I don't know if I've ever, I know for a fact I haven't done this on a, I just accidentally turned it off. But there you go, man. We are just slamming these fish over here. This is awesome. This is what it looks like when you find a group of fish that are hungry. And they obviously want and love this chatterbait right now. Here we go, the Minimax green pumpkin 3/8, and I got the little mini Zaco. I want to say it's like 3 inches. Oh. All right, there's 2 casts in a row with no fish, so I may have just caught every fish over here. Oh, that's so much fun. I've definitely never done that with a chatterbait. This is by far the best day I've ever had with a chatterbait. And numbers wise, I mean, pretty fun. And I've heard just nothing but good things about that Minimax chatterbait. More of a smaller profile, finesse approach. All right. Couple more casts here, man, and we're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go ahead and do the outro. So yeah, pretty good day on the water. I'd have to go back and watch the video now, but what just happened over here put me well over 5 fish, probably close to 10, and I had like 5, 6 casts in a row of catching fish, and that was just man, that was incredible. That does not happen every time you go fishing, so better believe that pretty thrilled when it does. But yeah, thanks for checking out the video, guys. The weather's like I said, just starting to get good. We're starting to finally take that turn, and hopefully hopefully this year I can up the content from last year. Last year was a slow year, so shouldn't be too hard to top that. But anyways, guys, thanks for checking out the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.